And now it's time for the dumb question of the month. Here to answer this month's dumb question, James Patrick Holden.
Hello folks, I'm standing on the lip of this active volcano so we can help illustrate an answer to this month's dumb question. What we have is yet another follow-up on our Jephthah vid, concerning fundy atheists who seem to think Jesus' death on the cross was a human sacrifice.
Ollie, Ollie, Ocean Free!
Oh that's a priest of the backwoods piano tribe. Don't worry, it's just for illustration. Now to begin, we need to make something clear about the word sacrifice. The semantic range of that word includes everything from killing some living creature or human on an altar in a religious ceremony, to saying that you're going to give up your bowling lesson on Saturday so you can spend more time with the kids. One of the mistakes fundy atheists make is that they assume that when it is said Jesus' death was sacrificial, it's meant in something like the former term. Actually, it's closer to the latter. Not in terms of importance of what was sacrificed, of course, but in terms of giving up something voluntarily. The former use of the word sacrifice implies a few things that aren't present in the death of Jesus. The most important thing is that what we call a human sacrifice involves an unwilling victim. Yeah, like that one. A voluntary death like Jesus might be regarded as a sacrifice in the other sense, something being voluntarily given up, and can even be used of someone dying for someone else. A popular analogy for Jesus has been that of a soldier jumping on a grenade to keep his fellow soldiers from being killed by it. That's actually not too bad, but it needs to be informed by the principles of patronage, as in our vid on the atonement. Bottom line, though, is that Jesus isn't human sacrifice in that first sense, but more like a self-sacrifice in the second sense. Now, a second point is that there's precedent for this sort of voluntary human self-sacrifice in the world of the New Testament. Take, for example, these passages from the book of 4th Maccabees. In essence, these guys figured that by voluntarily sacrificing their own lives in battle, they could somehow pay for the sins of others. Now that's obviously not human sacrifice in the first sense, but it is a self-sacrifice in the second sense, and it's also in accord with the model of patronage and transference we offer on the atonement. The way they saw it, if they die for a cause God favors, then God might be willing to return the favor by forgiving some other people's sins. Now of course Christians would deny that anyone but Jesus could offer himself as an atonement for sin. But that's not the point we're making here. The point rather is that there's a huge semantic and practical difference between a human sacrifice and Jesus' self-sacrifice. So that's the dumb question of the month. Until next time, this is JP Holding. Need some Bactine there, Chief?